In order for things to change, you need to change. You cannot expect to do the same shit that you've been doing week in and week out. For how fucking long have you been doing the same thing and then expecting things to change? That's not how it works. In order to change, you need to start overhauling what you're doing. That doesn't mean you have to do anything extreme, but you do need to have some semblance of a plan going into the week. You can't just expect that you're going to make better choices if you make no effort to do so. Your default is probably not the best because you're new to this, right? You're new to trying to change your lifestyle. You're new to trying to change your eating habits, incorporate more physical activity, make it a priority to get to bed on time, manage your stress, stay hydrated. Like, these are things that maybe you're just not used to doing. Maybe you need to realize that you need to make it as easy as possible for yourself to make the best choices. Because when we come home after a long day at work, we've had a bad day or things pop up. In those moments, we're going to default likely to behaviors that we're trying to change because it's what we're most comfortable with. If you want to actually make changes, it would behoove you to have meals prepped for the week, have your exercise blocked off, have your walks blocked off, make sure that your environment is set up for success. If you have stuff that is out on the counter that is kind of counterintuitive to what you're trying to do, you are more likely to eat that stuff instead of, like, let's say you had Easter candy out on the counter, right? Arguably, I think the best candy available all year. Hello. But we don't want that sitting right in front of our face because we're going to be more likely to eat it if it's staring at us, like my salt shaker here. If it's staring at me, I'm more likely, because it's in my eye line, I'm going to eat it, right? Because you're looking at it. But if you put it away or don't even bring it in the house, I know that might not be easy if you don't live alone, but if you do live alone, you have control over what you bring into the house. I'd suggest not bringing that stuff into the house if at all possible, because it's not that you can't have it, but then you have to make that extra effort to go out and get it. If it's in the vicinity, it's a lot easier to eat it. And that all being said too, if you make sure that your house is stocked with higher protein, higher fiber food options that are going to make you feel full and satisfied, that you should like the foods that you're eating. These healthier meals can taste good, and you can season them with like different things like salsa and tzatziki sauce and like hot sauce and whatever, guacamole. You can make things that are like the same kind of basic ingredients. You can season them differently throughout the week, completely change how they taste, and minimal effort. Even if at first you're opting for things like rotisserie chicken, microwavable frozen vegetables, salad kits, Greek yogurt with fruit. Frozen fruit is great. That's what I have, is frozen fruit for the most part as far as my fruit goes, because it's cheaper and you put it in the freezer. You could just thaw it out in the microwave, or maybe you want to have it in its frozen state, that's fine. But I love adding that to Greek yogurt, and I'll usually make a yogurt bowl once a day with fruit, frozen fruit, and nuts and seeds. I really enjoy it and I look forward to it every single day. But that all being said, if you are not setting yourself up to make better choices, you will likely not make better choices when you're new to doing this. But as you go along, it'll be easier for you to make better choices without having to think so much about it. It's like when you're at the gym lifting weights, you put in the reps, the weights feel lighter. You have to gradually increase as you go, right? You get stronger so that it feels easier. As you put in the work with this and you develop tools and skills, you may be able to wing it with your meals throughout the week because you have developed that skill set. But for now, so you need to block that time off for yourself. Same thing with exercise. You can say, I'll do it later, by the time you're like, it's later, it's time to go to bed, you're not going to want to do the exercise. So I would recommend blocking that time off like it was a doctor's appointment. Because I know if you had a doctor's appointment in your calendar, or a hair appointment, or a fucking nail appointment, you would prioritize your whole day around that appointment. You would make sure maybe you even leave the house early. You check the traffic, right? You prioritize that time. And your self-care is arguably the most important time that you can spend. It's the most important appointment. It's far more important than your hair or your nails. You need to take care of yourself. Treat that time like it's just as important. If you would like help and support, I take health insurance. I could probably work with you through your health insurance company for free. Most of the time, they do not have the patient pay for anything out of pocket, not even a pay. If you're interested, you could check out my website, wellbalancedwithbrooke.com. You're more than welcome to send me a message. I am very responsive. I would love to chat with you and help you get healthier. And again, it could likely be for free through your health insurance company. I'm in network with Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, and Cigna. What am I missing? I think that's it. And also Medicare. So if you'd like help and support, don't hesitate to reach out.